What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to actually fire semi-auto guns faster in first-person shooters. Of course, this is going to be a Call of Duty one, but this can apply to any first-person shooter on console that essentially has a fast-firing semi-auto gun. So, as you can see, I'm filming my hands right now. I wanted to just prove this is not a modified controller in any way. This is a standard Xbox One controller. I'm not even using my SCUF. I do have a SCUF One, but I was thinking people are going to say, oh, you're just shooting fast because of the trigger stops in your SCUF One. I wanted to prove that you don't even need trigger stops to fire quickly. You can see there is no trigger stop on this. It will pull all the way down. You can see that. And you can also see this is, in fact, the controller that is controlling the screen right now. It's the one that's making me move around. Everything like that. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to shoot fast while having my hands up in kind of an awkward position. I might have to just do like one finger, kind of like that. But you can see I can fire relatively quickly, and people accuse me of modded controllers all the time when I use the EPM3 or some of the other faster shooting semi-autos, even the Mark 14s, which is kind of interesting because you can't even shoot those super fast like this. But some of the tips that I have, I did a video on this a long time ago in Black Ops 2's life cycle. It was basically the exact same video, but a lot of you guys haven't seen it, so I'm going to be sharing the same tips here today. So the number one tip that I can have for you guys is keep a relatively relaxed grip on your controller. I see a lot of people, they really tense up and they try really hard to pull that trigger every single time, and it slows them down. They're not relaxed, they're not nimble, they're not able to pull that trigger really quickly. So it definitely helps to be able to keep that relaxed grip and just kind of like fan the trigger. Another really important thing to point out is the sweet spot. Now, the sweet spot is the point at which, like, you're pulling your trigger, and boom, it goes off right at that sweet spot. It doesn't go off as soon as you touch it, and it doesn't go off once you hit right at the bottom of the controller. It doesn't actually go off once you bottom out. You can see I'm actually wiggling it past the sweet spot right now, and it's not shooting because I'm already past the point where it actually pulls the trigger. And this is where trigger stops typically come in to allow you to fire faster. But you don't need that. As long as you can find that sweet spot and just kind of vibrate your finger right around that sweet spot, that's how you get that really fast firing gun. You never want to pull your trigger all the way down to the bottom. Even with my trigger stops, I never pull my trigger all the way down to the bottom when I'm using semi-autos. You just kind of want to fan your finger right on that sweet spot there. And I know I'm not firing it as fast as you see me firing it sometimes in videos or on live streams and stuff. That's mainly because I've got my hands up in an awkward position right now. They're not down on my lap where I'm used to them being, but I did want to like show you guys on camera that this is actually me firing the gun. I mean, if I move my hand into a different position like this, obviously I can fire a whole lot faster, but it's just kind of an awkward position this way. So those are the two biggest tips. Another one is just go to the firing range like I'm doing right now and practice. Find that sweet spot and just play around with it. Like there, I'm quite slow, so I'm trying to get a little bit faster with it. Just take an EPM3. I recommend the Panorama because it has a heatsink, or just any EPM3, throw a heatsink on it so that you can actually fire quite a bit before it overheats. And just play around with that. Try to find that sweet spot. Try to get your finger vibrating a little bit faster right on that sweet spot, and everything should work out for you. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that kind of clears some things up because a lot of people still think that I use a modded controller, and this is absolutely not modified in any way. I have a control freak on it. Oh no, it's modified. That's basically the only thing I've done to this controller. That is the only thing I've done to this controller. And you're still able to fire pretty quickly with that. And hopefully this will help you guys practice to get better at firing faster with semi-auto guns. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.